Hey everybody, let's do a little recap of the day. So these are the after-hour trading, all the stocks that went up or down a lot after hours. So Albertsons went up 9%, which was the most. They must have had good earnings. Some smaller names, State Street is up here. Vroom went down 6%. Hey Ryan, did you guys see? I tried to buy this today. The Gazprom, it's down 42%. It trades OTC, but I couldn't. It wouldn't let me. It said no, like trading is blocked or something like that. But it's down a lot. I mean, it's a Russian oil company, so I guess that's why they halted trading. Hey Ed, how's it going? But I'm gonna try to stay on top of the companies that report earnings. Hey Nick, AutoZone. Are they reporting earnings, AutoZone? What's the news with them? What did they report? What are the tomorrow? Have to give its latest quarter earnings. Estimate EPS of 17.79. I don't know. I haven't really followed this one. It's a big share price, $1,800 a share. It's pulled back a bit the past 2 months. No, I don't own Zim. It's a little too volatile for me. All the oil stocks are doing well, right? Although today they went down, but this has gone down too. Do you see the price of gasoline? It's so high, right? It's over $5 here in California. It's crazy. Hey, Zodat, so tomorrow, I actually messed up. I reported tomorrow's earnings last night. I mean, the companies that report earnings. Zoom reported. How did Zoom do? Zoom reported today, right? Zoom earnings. Well, it's down after hours. Well, they beat earnings by 20%. That's really good. Wow. Revenue of a billion, up 35%. Net income diluted. I wish we could get more info on. I wonder why it went down after hours. Who else reported earnings today? CCIV reported. HP, One Oak. That's also down after hours. One Oak. That's a pretty popular midstream stock. Oh, that's tomorrow. What? This is confusing. It's scheduled for tomorrow. I don't know why this site says it says One Oak 227. Hey, Laurent, what's up? Really, that's good for Element. That's a really small penny stock. STEM. I don't know. What? Is this a SPAC? This looks like a SPAC, right? Yeah, it looks like a SPAC, right? STEM. I would stay away from all SPACs. They're so risky. STEM earnings. Wow. Oh, wow, they missed 100%. That's a big miss. How do you miss 100%? They have revenue of negative 34 million. I mean, net income. Yeah, I don't know about these SPACs. I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess if you're holding on, it's kind of hard to let go, especially if you're down a lot. This is all SPACs. This is they go way up and then they just crash. This is actually not that low at this point, but by the end of the year, it's going to be trading at $2. Daddy, what does that mean, Daddy? Who else reported today? Workday reported. HP. Workday earnings. They did well. They beat earnings and revenue. Oh, they're up a lot after hours, 8%. Albertsons is up a lot. If anybody's invested in Albertsons, I did a video on them. They're up 9%. They must have reported earnings. Hey gamer, what's up? Oh, that's big for Omega Healthcare. That's a big partnership. My NDVR. That's interesting that they would partner with a VR company because they do. They're a healthcare REIT. Telus. Yeah, I think Telus is a pretty safe stock. These big telecoms are pretty stable investments. There's not too much risk because I don't know about how Canada works exactly, but it's kind of like a monopoly. These telecom companies, they have pricing power, so there's really not too much risk, and you get your dividend. So you can see historically, it's done pretty well. It's actually trading at its all-time high, which is a little concerning if you were to buy in now. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good long-term hold. Yeah, the numbers look good. I mean, you're not gonna like 2-3x your money anytime soon, but you'll get stable cash flows. They're they're investing a lot in capex. $5 billion in 2021. That's about double 2020. Is there anything you're looking to buying in the coming months? Not really. I mean, if something comes down, like there's so many stocks that I think are good, but if something comes down a lot, like Netflix did, I might pick it up, but nothing really that I'm really itching to like pick up. It's so hard because I kind of wish I want to get more. I want to get more Facebook, but and I feel like it's so cheap, but it's hard to sell other stock by Facebook. Um, Congratulations. I guess soon everybody's going to be a millionaire in Russia, right? Are you really in Russia? Or are you just saying if you were in Russia, you'd be a millionaire? Warner Music, Good RX, Salesforce. Oh, you're right. You're okay. Salesforce is reporting tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. I don't understand why this website. I put in 228, and it brings up Salesforce. QBR.B. Quebecor. Another telecom company. I'm not too sure what they do, but it looks like it's a pretty safe investment. It's a good yield, 4.36%. They've done well. Is it too late to enter oil and gas commodity sector at this point? I don't think it's too late. I think it's going to keep going up. But today was rough on. Well, ET went up. It's over $10. I got it around. I got it about. I want to say like 950, or maybe not that low. Maybe 960. But I'm up like 10% with ET. I must have bought in January because I thought I was up like 10-20%. I wanted to buy Gazprom today, but they wouldn't let me. It's down 42%. I don't know. It just seems there's just a lot of fear, right? Look at the PE ratio, 1.61. If you see a PE below 5, that's a big red flag. SoFi with the recent acquisition. I don't know. I'm a little weary about SoFi. That was a good sale. You got out of it. Yeah, I don't know. SoFi, it looks interesting, but I'm not too comfortable with the stock. I'm not sure why, but it was recently. It was $10 just a few months ago. Now it's down to 3. But I can't buy it. I tried to buy it, and it said we we can't trade the stock today or something like that. I think you can wait on SoFi. I'd probably wait for a better entry point. I think it's gonna come down. It's already down a lot. Was SoFi this was not a SPAC, right? I probably would, yeah. I probably would get more Facebook. Yeah. You can't buy the stock. You can't buy Russian stocks. That's gotta suck if you live in Russia and you have like your retirement in stock. That must be a nightmare. Imagine they freezed all your stocks and you couldn't sell any of them. Covered call ETF. It's covered calls on the Nasdaq 100. Exactly. That's what you should do if you're in Russia. Buy Bitcoin or buy US dollars. Um, but outside of US dollars, I would say Bitcoin is much safer than a ruble. I did a video on Netflix today. I did yeah, I did a video on Netflix. I think it was in March, no, or February. It's not 3.8. Maybe it's here. I did it when it was trading close to $600. Yeah, I did it back in April. So 10 months ago, when I did a Netflix video, it was trading 547, and I have them at 325. And now they're trading at 390 today. So my new model has them at 347. But I did buy Netflix, even though I think it's overvalued. I bought it when it dropped 50%. I just couldn't. It just seemed like too good of a deal. When it was trading close to $700, and I don't know where I got it. Maybe like around 390. It was just too good of a deal, so I had to buy it. Even I don't think it's going to come down that much more. And when you have You're the largest streaming service in the world, 225 million subscribers. It just seemed like a no-brainer. Lending Club, I mean, just because I say it's undervalued doesn't mean I'm bullish. It's tough. These like Lending Club and SoFi, they're just kind of difficult stocks to really value. I don't know. I'm a little weary about. I mean, I like the idea of what they do, and I think they have a good business model. But I mean, they're going up against these massive banks, and it's just hard to compete. So I don't know. I mean, if they're going to really disrupt things as much as they want to. So I don't know if I would actually invest in them, but yeah, it got high, and wow, it got all the way up to 46. Oh, it was even higher. It was 2014. It seems like a good time to buy, right? It was 46, now it's down to 19. At the end of 2020 was it's a lot of movement. You see the PE ratios these days for some of these stocks? It's crazy. What I think Disney has like a not Disney. Wait. Well, I like Facebook because they control so many. About half the world uses Facebook, either Facebook or Instagram, and they get so much in sales. It's just unreal. The ad sales they receive. I mean, the metaverse. I almost wish they never did started the metaverse. But they did, so there's not much I can do, of course. But look how much cash they generate. 58 billion in 2021, 20 billion more than 2020. I mean, they just generate so much cash flow. There's just so much demand. When you have a business, regardless of what size the business is, Facebook is just like it's either Google AdWords or Facebook. That's generally where people go. Some people go to Instagram, which they own too. But I mean, it's almost like a monopoly. They have so much control. And they're only maybe 10% of the people who use Facebook live in the United States. 90% of the people who use Facebook live outside the US. So it's because the US is such a small country population wise relative to it's not a tiny country, of course, but relative to how big like China and India and those countries with over a billion people. And when you have and they have a majority of Asia and Europe using their platform. So I just think I mean, I hope, I hope it goes back up. I mean, It's painful seeing my Facebook stock down so much. But everything's down, right? It's except gold. Gold and oil and gas stocks are doing well. No, it beat earnings. Facebook beat earnings. The reason the stock's down is because okay, yeah, I'll see you later. Is the projections for the future. They said growth, it won't be that good in the future. But I mean, look at their fourth quarter. They had the highest revenue ever in the fourth quarter. They had almost the highest net income ever. And they had the most cash flow ever. And the most free cash flow too. Even while investing in the Metaverse, which has cost them I don't know how much in the fourth quarter, but so people think if the Metaverse doesn't work out, the company may go out of business. But if the Metaverse doesn't work out and they don't make any money from it, so you just assume like someone else takes, like Amazon or Google controls the Metaverse. Even if they make no money from the Metaverse and they lose $5-10 billion from spending from expenses, they're still a massive company. If the Metaverse works out, then they're going to be, then it'll really pay off the stock. Then it'll be what I think it'll be 10 trillion market cap in 10 years. But that's why I have so much invest in them. Impact of Google split post July. Google's down a lot. I mean, it's well, not down a lot, but it's been down since they reported earnings. It's up. Wait, no, this is a bad. Okay, yeah. They kind of been. Yeah, ever since they peaked from earnings, they've come down a lot. It's coming up a little bit, but yeah, I did buy Google probably close to this point. So I'm down like 10% with Google. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Metaverse either. I wish they just stuck with Facebook with what they're doing, because it seems risky. It's a lot of money to invest, but you just have to trust, right? You have to trust. If you're investing in a company, you have to trust the management. If you don't trust them, just, I guess, sell your stock. That's the only thing you do. Yeah. Lex Friedman interviewed stock for 2 hours. Yeah, Matt, that sounds interesting. I got to check that out. So tomorrow is Salesforce and Target. Those are the big ones. Build-A-Bear Workshop. Wow, it's up. It's up more than 10x in a year. BBW. Lex made him do a I'm not a robot test before the interview. That's funny. Yeah, 2021 was a bad year. Their revenue was down a lot. I guess because of COVID. It seems kind of risky, right? Build-A-Bear. Why was it so low? Was it from COVID? It was like it was $1 at the bottom. I guess people thought they were going to go bankrupt because $1, that means it was like a 30 million market cap company. We could have bought the company at one point. If we all got together, pulled our money, we could have bought the company maybe. Walmart, that's what you want, you know? That's a nice safe stock. And it's been doing well too. Well, actually, it's up a little bit since the bottom, but not too much. Yeah, I added so in the past 5 years, Walmart is pretty much is better than the S&P. It pretty much tracks the S&P, but 10% more, like consistently. That's pretty amazing, right? It looks exactly like the S&P. Well, almost. Like even these dips, everything is like. I wonder if like Costco tracks S&P. It's a lot better than S&P, Costco. TQQQ. Is this a leveraged T Ultra Pro? Yeah, it's a leveraged fund. Those can be risky. A lot of volatility in these leveraged funds. It was really low for a while. Why did it go up so much? I mean, it's down a lot recently. It's it killed this. It's up 630%, and the S&P is up 84%. Wow. I guess it's all about leverage, right? It's it's pretty much consistently gone up, the S&P 500, but this goes up so many times more. That's crazy. Let me just do, like, if you bought it, say, January 2020, say you held it for the year 2020, it still beat that. Oh, no, it didn't. No, it did. It's up 106%, while the S&P is up 18%. Yeah, just why would you invest in Spider? Just invest in this. Since 1999, Spider is only up 206%. That doesn't seem right. It's only up 200% in 23 years, and this is up 6,000%. It's for day trading. I think triple leverage will be fatal on a market crash. But even if it's not a crash, I don't know why it's up so much. Something doesn't seem right. Something seems wrong. Like, how could it go up so much? Okay, here it goes down 51%. Everybody invest in TQQQ. Yeah, Yeah, I would say gas is a good investment now. It's you would think if you remove the supply from certain countries or certain areas, it's going to make the demand so much higher. Compare pros and cons. Nasdaq soaring new heights. All right, Stone Co. Yeah, I got to do that. The Nasdaq 100 Index is composed mainly of technology companies. See, QQQ is a long-term investment. TQQQ is short-term because when you trade leverage, the longer you hold it, the more it's going to go down. Which I don't get. Maybe because it's like UCO. Well, let me look at. You could see like UCO. It started at 13,000. It looks right now. It's down to 129. So it's down like 90%. Oil didn't go down 90% from 2008. It's because of the leverage that kills you. Check Planet 13. Yeah. Has anybody made money with TQQQ? Yeah, I guess I have to do more research because it just doesn't make sense. I've never seen. Maybe because I guess because the market generally goes up over time. I guess that's why it's so. Because QQQ. Because it generally just goes up, and there's not much downtime. Right, a market crash would kill your investment. It should almost wipe you out. Options, right? They use options. Those are I guess for a while it was pretty flat. Yeah, I guess that's a good investment. I don't know. But yeah, so tomorrow, Salesforce, Target, Baidu, AutoZone, Hormel, Hewlett Packard, Domino's. So it should be interesting to see tomorrow. And Zoom did well. So if you're invested in Zoom, they had good earnings, even though they're down. So if you had the foresight, even in April after COVID hit, if you had the foresight to invest in Zoom because you saw things shutting down and you thought Zoom would be a good investment, and you would have more than tripled your investment after a few months, now you'd be back to where you started if you invest in April. So it was just this is good information because you don't really get to live through many pandemics. Now that we lived through one, the next pandemic, we may understand how things work a little better. We may sell when it's up here. Maybe we should have sold it around here and not waited too long after the pandemic ended, because when something goes up fast, it generally comes down fast. Except Tesla, but everything else, like if you look at the best company in the world, that's hard to. So in 5 years, you can see they've gone up 5 times, but it's not fast. It's a gradual increase for Apple. If it was like Zoom, in like a 1 year period, it went from here to here. That's when you know it's going to come back. It's not based off of the company's fundamentals and the company's sales. Like Apple goes up because they have so much in sales and they're such a great company. So next time when do you sell, right? If you bought, I was like, oh, I should have bought Zoom. It's so obvious. After the fact, it's so obvious Zoom is, but I wouldn't have sold. Like if I bought Zoom, even if I bought it at 250, 3 months after the pandemic started, when I already knew about how much people using Zoom because of the pandemic, even I bought it here, I would have been like, boom, I would almost double my investment in like what, 3-4 months, but I probably wouldn't have sold. I would have been stupid. I would have held on and then I would have been down 30-40% from my original investment, or maybe even 50% actually. So keep that in your mind when you, as you invest in the future, and like these types of things should help us. But yeah, everything's down, right? What else? What else jumped a lot? What increased a lot because of COVID? Well, we know Peloton. We know that story. Peloton, we all knew was a garbage company. They're also pre-COVID levels. They're exactly pre-COVID levels. But Peloton's going to be bankrupt. Peloton is just is a garbage company. Don't let the sales fool you. It looks great, but because they're getting a lot of marketing, a lot of people are aware of them, but then they're never going to be profitable. They're because they have to pay. They have payroll too. Like, in order to, like, if you have a website or an app, you can kind of sell that infinitely, right? You can sell it millions of times. It doesn't really cost you anything, but they have to pay people. They have to staff people on those to do the classes. It's not like an app. You just click on the app and it's a robot or whatever. It's a real person. I set stop losses when I'm up on a position. Iron Mountain, that's a good stock. That's a nice stable company. What did Ben say? Procter and Gamble. Okay, I didn't really. Procter and Gamble. When are they reporting earnings? April 20th. Wait, April 20th. I mean, it's a pretty stable Procter and Gamble. I mean, these are the type of stocks that you won't lose much money with. You know, a big company, it's been around a long time. It pays a dividend. Not too much risk. Increasing revenue each year. But you're not gonna like 5x with a Procter and Gamble. You shouldn't be looking at 5x, because if you're looking at 5x, you end up never making money. You may 5x out of pure luck, but you can't really predict a 5x or whatever. Like the people who invested in Tesla and Apple 10 years ago, it's under 900. They were up over 10x, 20x. Yeah, EV trucks and buses. Who's gonna fulfill that need? It just seems. I mean, that's really that's there's a lot of demand for EV buses, right? Every single city really in the US would want that. But who's going to fulfill that need? I mean, if you could figure that out, then you can make a lot of money. There's probably there's a lot of companies that are trying to do that, but it's really anyone's guess, right? Who's gonna AbbVie? My prediction, and I might be wrong, but that's why I bought Johnson and Johnson recently, because my prediction is that pharmaceuticals are going to be in the most demand the next decade because of COVID. And we're going to try to be as proactive as possible to avoid another COVID. So a lot of money will be pumped into pharmaceutical companies trying to keep them ahead of the curve. So they have vaccines prepared and they take all the precautions to avoid shutting the world down again. But it's anyone, but I'm sure obviously some pharmaceuticals are going to perform better than others. So who knows which one's going to perform the best? I think Pfizer is a good. I own Pfizer too in another account. I think Pfizer is up there, one of my favorite pharmaceuticals. Johnson, I did Johnson and Johnson because I thought it was kind of a safe play. Like I don't think there's too much risk. Moderna, I see a lot of risk. I mean, when there's risk, you can make a ton of money or lose a ton of money. So I thought Johnson & Johnson was a safe play. And I already had Pfizer, and that was my number one. So I didn't want to get more Pfizer. So I really think you almost can't go wrong with a pharmaceutical. I think that's just my feeling. Any pharmaceutical over like 50 billion market cap, not the small ones. The small ones like Apcellera, which I'm invested in. I doubled up recently, actually, like a month ago. So I'm not like against, but it's kind of the risk reward, right? There's probably a 5% chance of you 10xing on this stock, and a 95% chance of you losing everything. That's how I see it. But it's just awful. It's a dog, right? It was $53 just a year ago. Just 13 months ago was 53, and now it's down. What has that been? 80%? Yeah, they had good earnings, right? Thank God. CrowdStrike was up today a lot, 70%. Yeah, CrowdStrike is up. I bought CrowdStrike at like, I think it was like 190, around 190, and I was up 50%, 60%, and then I lost it all. Yeah, they beat earnings and beat revenue. Their revenue was 139 million. That's good. That's the highest revenue since March. But didn't they have like $1 billion revenue quarter? Maybe it was $1 billion trailing 12-month number. But yeah, I mean they were doing well, and then. But yeah, that's good to see. 139 million revenue. That's good. And they had positive net income. I'm not sure how that's possible. They must have passed through a large gain. Upstart. Yeah, Upstart went up today, right? I saw you commented, right? About Upstart. 16%. It's trading. Well, not it's. Well, it was a 400. Wow. Oh, this doesn't give us quarterly. That sucks. That's good. Look at that. They had their highest revenue in 2021. And the fourth quarter was about 1/3 of that, right? So they're up about 50% revenue, right? More than 50%. They have positive. The operating income is up. Maybe we turn it around. Maybe Upseller. It's exciting. I emailed all the online brokers, and I asked them if they would sponsor my videos. Nobody responded. Yeah, maybe I should buy more Upseller. Maybe this is it. So this is what I emailed to all the online brokers. Like there's like 15, I think I found. Said I started a YouTube channel. I forgot to put a space here. Shit. It doesn't matter, I guess. I said my audience is this age. I said about me. Oh, you're a physician, okay. That's good. That's good. I actually kind of lied. I know there were CPAs that commented, and there's doctors. I know there's a dentist that comments all the time. I kind of just threw CFA and lawyer in there. No, I think I think someone is a lawyer that told me they're a lawyer. I'm not sure if anybody's a CFA that I'm aware of. I don't even know how much to charge for a sponsorship. That's what I'm like. I'm just kind of making this stuff up as I go along. Like, how much do you think? I guess a sponsorship would be if I had like a company's logo in a corner here throughout the whole live stream. Okay, CPA. Okay, but in Canada, I think that counts. I think that's Canadian public accountant. He's a CPA. He's a Canadian public accountant. And I emailed a bunch of colleges. I emailed all the colleges in the area about teaching a class about like how to be an entrepreneur or the stock market or how to grow a business. I did get 2 responses from this. Ben, if I said in the email, I said I can provide you with plenty of references from those kids and their parents. So Ben, I may use you as a reference if a college asks. Yeah, I just did a video on Rio yesterday. It's crazy how much their dividend is, right? They pay over 10%. They pay 10% in their regular dividend. Since they made so much money in 2021, they had to pay a special dividend. Do you guys know what a special dividend is? So they actually paid 13.3% if you include the special dividend. and they paid a special dividend in March and August, both dividend payments. So if a company, like in their case, they plan to give a $4.17 dividend in August to its shareholders. If you own one share, you get $4.17. That was the initial plan, but they made so much money, so much more than they expected, mainly because the price of iron ore went up so much, that they gave a 62-cent special dividend on top of the 417. And in March, they added $1.85. $25%. Well, look at the stock. Look at the PE, 4.5. $1.25. Damn, I wish I bought this stock. I mean, I do a video every day, so I can't buy every stock, right? What did I say in my video about SBLK? No, I don't know. I generally don't invest in it. It just seems a little too volatile. Oh, I have a sell on it. Wow. Well, Zim, yeah. I should start listening to myself, right? Damn. That's up nice. And you get 14% dividend. Look at it. The dividend yield is $10. Like if you bought the stock just a year ago, right? You paid $20. So that means your yield is 50% because you get $10. Because they're paying it based off of today's price, not off of last year's price. So your yield will be 50%. Like there's some people who own, I don't know, like like but it's gonna come back down. Like now you get upset or you're like, oh damn, I should have held on. Like say you sold at 22, right? And you look at it now and you're like, oh my God, I should have held. And then it's 6 months, it's down to 19. You probably wouldn't have sold at the peak. I mean, how would you know it's the peak, right? So a year from now, it could be $5, and then you're like, oh, thank God I sold at 20. It's $5 today. SBLK and Zim are not forever stocks, but it pays to. It's timing. Yeah, these stocks you got to time, and if you. And it's not like super. You don't have to like buy it one day and sell the next day. Like you could just be. You could see like this stock is trading on its all-time low, and if you picked it up anytime around here because it's trading a lot lower than it was, and you think it should be trading closer to these levels, and you picked it up down here, yeah, I mean, you could have really killed it with this stock. But yeah, let me know. I want to try to do more daily live streams after the market closes to kind of recap. So let me know if you have thoughts on like how I should be doing that. But okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get off. I did Netflix today. Yeah, planes, all American. Yeah, that's been doing well, right? Okay, so I'll try to do this tomorrow. A recap after the market closes. It helps me too because it sometimes I don't follow the market some days, and to like kind of be forced to talk about it like this, it keeps me so I don't miss things. But okay, have a good night, everybody. I'll try to see you tomorrow. Okay, hey Susan, thanks. Bye.